Dear Diary, now I had to find an eye of truth. I had nothing to go on, and this bitch could be anywhere. It's a goddamn eyeball! It could have been back at my treehouse collecting dust under my bed for all I knew. So what did I do? I wandered around some more. They should change the name of this game to Legend of the Time Wasters. You have an ocarina, but you're mostly going to wander around looking for your dumb princess. Now in 3D! A journey and a half later, and I was back in Kakariko Village, but that shit was on fire. And not on fire like when you just pulled some really sweet dance moves, but real flames were billowing out of the buildings, possibly burning citizens alive. And that's when I noticed Sheik, just standing in front of the well, staring at it. Hey buddy, you want to put some of that well water on the fire, or are you just going to stand there and jerk off? And then suddenly, the top of the well blew off, and an invisible monster grabbed Sheik and just started shaking the shit out of him, and then threw him against the ground, and I was pretty sure his neck snapped clean in half on impact. Well, Princess Zelda is dead, and then I was killed too. Everyone can go home. Game over. We've failed as heroes. When I came to, Sheik was miraculously okay, and explained to me that Impa had done a shit job of sealing an evil spirit in the old well, and now it was my job to go to the Shadow Temple and defeat the spirit once again. Sheik then told me that the Shadow Temple was beneath the graveyard, taught me a new song, and then peaced out, as usual. I used Nocturne of Shadow and teleported onto a giant Ouija board, but turns out it was just the entrance to the scary-ass Shadow Temple. I used my newly developed Zelda logic and caught all the torches on fire, opening a door I really didn't want to walk through. The next part was a series of, oh shit, I can walk through walls, and the temple telling me that I needed the Eye of Truth, and me just ignoring it. And then admitting that I probably should find it, since I got stuck in a stupid skeleton room. So rewind, I went back into the graveyard and started pushing tombstones around looking for, I don't know, anything eye related really. But I found nada, except a bunch of ghosts and this dead guy again. I felt like I was going nowhere fast, and it's all because no one wanted to elaborate on this Eye of fucking Truth. Before I knew it, I was back in the windmill looking at Jackoff again, who was still whining about Ocarina. Diary, I was so tired of hearing his mouth, I gave up on looking for the eye and started looking for a fight instead. I whipped out my ocarina and was ready to throw down, but the music man just looked on in amazement and proceeded to tell me that 7 years ago, a kid played a song that messed up the windmill, and the tune had been stuck in his head ever since. And because the music man was a sick old bastard, he taught me the song, presumably so it would be stuck in my head too. And that's how I learned the Song of Storms, which doesn't really do anything but make it rain wherever I'm standing. Literally wherever. Nothing is sacred. In fact, it's kind of my new favorite song now. I understood what I had to do next. The game made it pretty clear that I had to go back in time and see the music man now that I had learned the Song of Storms. Look at those stubby little legs! I made it to the windmill and fulfilled my destiny by teaching the music man the song that he had taught me. That I had taught him. That he taught me. Wait. Who taught who this song? See, this is exactly why time travel is a bad idea, Diary. 1 minute everything is peachy keen and you're having an okay time playing a children's game, and the next thing you know, you're huddled in the corner, questioning free will and looking up information on predestination paradoxes and self-fulfilling prophecies, and it's just too goddamn much for Tuesday afternoon. Anyway, back to the Song of Storms. After I played it, it pretty much fucked up the windmill, like the guy said. It started spinning out of control and I thought the whole building was going to take off like a helicopter, but instead the well was drained of all its water, causing a massive drought in the village that resulted in plenty of death and disease. Good job, younger self. Until next time, Diary, your friend, Brittany Saturn.
Make it right, I make it right. Make it rain on them hoes, I make it